Scotland's stunning natural landscape includes over 30,000 lochs, the local word for lakes. And for most of its history, Loch Ness is just one of them. But all that changes in the early 1930s, when a new road brings new visitors, and a series of strange sightings begins, which culminate in an image captured by a visiting English surgeon. One of the most iconic photographs ever taken.
The surgeon's picture, of course, is a picture which everybody in the Western world will know.
Loch Ness has been drawing fascinated visitors ever since. 8 decades later, over 1 million tourists are drawn to the shores of the loch every year in search of Nessie.
My aunt, you saw it, didn't you?
Yeah, oh, distinctly. I don't doubt there's a monster.
I saw this hump.
We saw it, the head and the 4 humps. It was the very same colour as an elephant.
Over the decades, no fewer than 1,000 people have claimed to see the monster.
It was the size of a yacht hull.
It looked like a submarine coming closer and closer. And you could see the long neck.
And there's been a recent upsurge in sightings.
So I saw a dark sheep in the water. I was further towards the other end of the castle. Something's moving between the trees.
Oh my God, it's moving!
For many, Nessie is a sincerely held belief. Steve Feltham saw something unusual in 1991.
I saw one thing in the first year of being here. Something just shot across the bay in front of me, and you couldn't tell what it was. You could only see a spray of water coming off of something, like a torpedo.
Steve was so fascinated, he set up a full-time vigil.
To be honest, I thought all I need to do now is be ready for the next time with the camera to take that all-important photograph.
28 years later, he's still waiting.
Loch Ness, on which the eyes of the world are focused.
Scientists, too, have been drawn to the loch, and their experiences have been just as mixed as Steve's.
The hunt is well and truly on.
All through the 1970s and 80s, major investigations traversed the loch in the hope of making a genuine zoological discovery. Most come back empty-handed, but not all.
The team of scientists sweeping the depths of Loch Ness said tonight they'd made sonar contact with a large unidentified object. They described it as an unusual...
No sighting has ever been properly confirmed. But expeditions like these inspire naturalist Adrian Shine. He's been researching Loch Ness for more than 40 years.
Much of the work that we, with the Loch Ness Project, have been doing is biological. Counting fish, counting plankton, that sort of thing. And that's why I built a submarine. I recruited students, and that's why we collaborate with so many universities. But inevitably, we've become also intrigued by other aspects of Loch Ness.
Now he's teamed up with Craig Wallace, an expert in deep water exploration. They're on board the research boat Deep Scan, hoping to reveal what's inside Loch Ness in greater detail than ever before. And even if they don't find the monster, Adrian believes that 21st century technology can explain what it is that people have been seeing.
We've got a vertical range of 14 metres.
So you've got a very high resolution.
Very high resolution. We're actually going to drop down further to 8 metres, so we're going to double it again.
To find a monster, perhaps you need a monster. At the heart of this expedition is this robotic underwater vehicle, Armed with the latest sonar, it can even adjust its own course to avoid obstacles. It's called Munin.
It's only now that technology is getting up to that level where we can put vehicles in autonomously, where they're making decisions on their own, which allows you high accuracy navigation.
The first thing Adrian and Craig want Munin to do is to take a really close look at the bottom of the loch.
Clear the prop, testing the prop.
As it travels through the water, Munin sends signals that reach 700 feet down. Some believe there might be a huge cave there, the perfect spot for a large creature to hide inside. If there is a cave, it will show up as the signals bounce back to Munin and the receiving systems on the research vessel. And if Munin was to detect not just a cave, but a monster, what would it be like? The photograph that created the most popular image looks like a dinosaur. But could a dinosaur really exist in the Scottish Highlands? The country's dramatic landscape is made up of some of the oldest rock layers in the world. And embedded in them are thousands of extraordinary dinosaur fossils, which have long drawn scientists